Welcome back to another episode of Falcon Talk. Today we have a food debate. I'm Olivia.
I'm Leanna.
Yours truly, A-Rod.
First, we're going Mexican food. So the options are Tex-Mex or Chipotle. I don't know if you want to start.
Okay. Yeah. So for this, I'm going to choose Tex-Mex. I feel like, it's in Seacliff, closest one to us. It's pretty local. They have that deal after 10 p.m. The burritos are half off. So, and I've never heard anyone have a bad experience. Like, I've never heard somebody say, oh, the food, I went to Tex-Mex and it was bad. I've never had any bad reviews. So, yeah.
Okay, this is one of the only ones me and Olivia agree on, but I like Tex-Mex too. Although I have heard someone have a bad experience,
Really?
I disregard it completely. I've never ever eaten a bad burrito from Tex-Mex. Like, they're just so fire. Their sauces are good. The deal's good. Like, the memories that are made after 10 p.m. in Tex-Mex are just, like, they're just irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Like, that's where the best memories happen, in those walls.
People have to stop, crashing into it with their car, but besides
That's
that...
happened, way too many times. And they stayed open. The grind doesn't stop.
Yeah, they work hard
That's
there.
why they're so good. Chipotle, sometimes their food's cold. I don't like it. I've never had a cold burrito at Tex-Mex unless I made it cold myself in the fridge.
I will say this. First time coming back from France, the first place me and the boys went to was Tex-Mex.
Thank
We
you.
were going to go to Chipotle, but we were like, but Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
Tex-Mex is cheaper, better quality. You go to Chipotle, it's I feel like I'm paying an arm and a leg for the same thing.
Exactly.
For mediocre food on a bad day. So on a bad day, it's not good. Should we roll into the next topic?
Yeah, I think
Pizza.
we're ready. Okay.
Me and Olivia will go to war for this,
Yeah.
So the options are LV Pizza or Ralph's.
And I'm going with LV Pizza. She thinks I'm crazy for this. We're very divided on this. LV Pizza, I've never had a bad slice. Either it be, they're regular slices or just more than regular slices. They're good. They're consistent. It's closer than Ralph's.
When was the last time you went to LB Pizza?
Ooh.
Probably
We're-
I don't know, a
There's
week
beef.
ago, 2 weeks ago. It was recent.
That tone
Yeah.
wasn't
Okay.
nice.
The reason why if you guys know, I live in LV, right next door to LV Pizza. And I will
never
hop in
knew
the
that.
car and drive to Ralph's.
Thanks.
LV Pizza,
Really?
I'm gonna tell you this, I don't know if they switched the owner or something, but when they started adding that cornmeal to the pizza crust, it just
Ooh.
He knows the
that.
recipe?
didn't
Damn.
hit.
It didn't hit?
It
Didn't
did.
hit the same anymore.
So you're saying it went downhill?
It went downhill after that, yeah.
All right, listen. I don't care about your cornmeal. I think Ralph's is always winning. It's been around forever. LV Pizza has two, but I feel like everybody grew up on it. You would roam around Bayville for hours, and then you'd hit up Ralph's at the end of the day and go watch the sunset. Also, they have such a wide variety of things. They're not just a pizza place, they're a restaurant. They have pasta. On the side it says pasta, seafood, heroes. What else does it say?
She's zooming in on the sign.
Hamburgers, they have soup too. Not everything, they can't fit everything because the menu's too big. And I just think that chicken bacon ranch just sets me over the edge. Ralph, if he were in my head, he'd just be this little Italian man being hello, I am a Ralph.
I think that sweetens the deal for you because you just imagine Ralph is this nice.
Yeah,
little
I
old
bet
man,
he is if he's real, but I don't think he's real. But
Yeah,
that's
who
not
is
the
Ralph?
point. Who is Ralph? I'd love to meet him and
Yeah.
thank him for
Get him on
everything.
here.
No,
Man,
please
great
get him
pizza
on.
taste.
Yeah,
That's who Ralph is.
it's great, and it will always. I've never had a bad slice from LV Pizza, but Ralph's will always win for me.
It's fair.
All right, let's move on. Next topic here. Coffee.
Coffee.
All right, that's all
Why
you
don't you
guys.
start? You're not
Yeah.
a coffee
Alright,
guy.
fine. You know what? I am a coffee guy, but there's only certain times I'll drink coffee. I can't have it in the morning, on an empty stomach, because it'll give me the runs. But otherwise, I'm having a real black coffee, not no sugar loaded diabetes shake from Starbucks.
Okay.
Now that's my take.
Valid take, valid take. But have you ever been to Karmic Grind or no?
What happened?
Have you ever been to Karmic Grind in Locust Valley by
I
the
didn't
train
even know that
tracks?
place existed, so I seen it on the screen just now.
Well,
Wow.
you should hit it up. It's very good.
Yeah.
Where is
I'm gonna LV.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I hit it
go
up.
Karmic Grind because the people in there, they just get down to business. Like they don't like they're just like they're always whipping you up a nice coffee and like you're like, can you make it a little sweeter? They got you. Like, oh, not enough milk. They got you. Like, no questions asked. Like, they also have a point system there. I know Starbucks does, but it takes forever to get 200 stars to get
It
a free
does.
drink. This, you go 10 times, get any item, type in your number, you go 10 times, free drink, 20 ounce, like whatever you want. It's so good. Like, it doesn't matter the price. Also, I just think, like, I know it's a little pricier, but LV, sometimes stores just come with that, like if
Yeah.
it's an LV, which is annoying, but also they just always do it right. Like, it's worth every penny in my mind.
Yeah. I mean, it is more expensive, so you got to think of that. It's only by like $1, I think, if you get the same order. So I feel like if I'm just going for coffee, I'm going to choose Starbucks, just because they're very consistent again. But if I'm getting, Karmic Grind has better like pastry items and stuff, like beyond coffee. So if I'm getting like coffee and a muffin or something like that, I'll choose Karmic. So
Their cookies hit.
yeah.
Alright, it's
Here
controversial.
we go.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate, but we're gonna talk about breakfast sandwiches here. BLT or Beck. I guess we'll start with him. I feel like he's a big
Yeah.
Big reason why
like
I'm on the show.
sandwich guy. Let's
So,
go.
you go into deli Saturday morning before whatever sport practice you got. Go-to sandwich, I feel like it's bacon, egg, and cheese. Now, BLT is a great sandwich, but I feel like that's more like an afternoon type sandwich, like after school, because the eggs is like a signature breakfast food. So
I'll give you
I
that.
feel like for breakfast, I'd rather have the bacon, egg, and cheese. And I know some people like it either scrambled or sunny side up or however you may like it, but it still slaps every time.
Yeah,
Not
I
at
feel
all.
like the bacon, egg, and cheese is very iconic, and a lot of people talk about that more than BLTs. I don't really hear a lot of, hype for the BLT.
Right.
The only person I really have hyping it up is Leanna. So
And I'll tell you exactly why. The BLT is the silent underdog. It has the crisp crunch of the bacon, the vegetable element of the lettuce, the juiciness of the tomato. It's also vegetable or a fruit. I don't really know. And if
It's a
you
fruit.
throw some chipotle mayo on that, you are so golden. It's something that I've said this before, like Karmic, like that little cup of coffee for $8 can turn my day around. A nice BLT with chipotle mayo turns my day around. And I understand like the
the what?
the bacon, egg,
yeah,
and cheese.
the B.
The bacon, egg, and cheese is good, and I understand it's a staple. I still love it, and I still will get it, but my order's more complicated, so BLT is more easy access, like a quick thing. I'm like, can I just get a BLT with chipotle mayo, and I'm done. My order's up, I'm gone. It's also easy to throw together. Like, you kind of like, they usually have bacon cooked, they crisp it up a little, they throw it on with the tomato and lettuce, which they already have. Bacon, egg, and cheese, you gotta melt the cheese,
Yeah.
cook the eggs, like, it's a whole to-do. So if you have time, get it. If you don't, BLT is the way to go.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm
I
very
guess.
passionate about that.
Okay.
Salty versus sweet.
Fries and a milkshake.
Fries and a milkshake. You know what? I will talk on this just because I was just at Wendy's last night with Kyle Prisco and Keith after our baseball practice. Hit up Wendy's for a free Frosty, and a nice set of fries with the Frosties never goes wrong.
Exactly. I think it's good. I think the flavors on that, the salty and the sweet, they balance each other out, and they're good. Are you dipping every single fry in the milkshake? No, probably
No,
not. But
100%.
every here and there, it's good.
I'm a big hater on this. I've never liked salty and sweet. It took me forever to like chocolate covered pretzels because of the salty and sweet.
Really?
Or like salted caramel. I was like, why would you put salt on something sweet? It just ruined it. But this is where I stand with the fries and the milkshake. I don't like it. I just think fries are so good, and a milkshake's yummy. Like, there's no reason to mix the two. It ruins them. But I know that's a
It's
hot
interesting.
take.
So if let's say you get an order and you do have fries and a milkshake, are you having them like you eat the fries and then you have a sip of the milkshake, or like how are you going about
Yeah.
that?
Eating the
Where's
fries,
the line?
making sure I eat them, and then
Oh, and then you
I'll be
save the
So you
milkshake
won't
for
even-
I
last.
would sip the milkshake. But like in between,
While you're eating the fries.
not like with the fries in my mouth still,
Oh,
because then it's
okay,
a
so
mix
she-
and it's not
Really? Oh.
right to me. That's all I got with that one.
Yeah. She said her
Moving
piece.
on, we're ready.
Moving on here.
Part 2.
So
Oh, there's
these
another
were
one.
two- Yep, chips or chocolate.
Okay, I'll start. I feel like chocolate is such like a heavy item, you know, people think of it as like a dessert and stuff. So like having a bunch of chocolate in the middle of the day, like who's doing that? Besides like Easter, who's eating a bunch of chocolate in the middle of the day? So I feel like in the middle of the day, you know, if it's not nighttime, you're choosing chips. They're so, you know, there's so many flavors. There's a lot. So yeah, definitely chips.
I can go talk about this forever. Chips are so much more versatile. There's so many flavors for every mood you're in. So many brands. Not that I love Doritos anymore, but you got Doritos, Cape Cod, Lay's, a tortilla chip. Like there's so many different options. With chocolate, it's like, do I want a gross like Hershey bar? No, rarely ever
You think
do
Hershey
I.
bars are gross?
I mean, not like I'm very.
Compared to
What do you
real
mean by
chocolate.
that?
Yeah, exactly. I'm particular about chocolate. Like,
Oh.
there's this store, and it's like Swedish or Dutch something in the mall. So good. But it's so expensive. But again, worth every penny for quality chocolate. That's the only time I'm really like, I really want chocolate. Or like organic. Like,
Okay.
it has to be like really well made chocolate.
Yeah.
But chips, so good. Like, they just never fail you, really.
True. They're always there.
But Lay's I don't like. I'll say that. I
Really?
think they're boring and too thin.
I feel like there are certain moods for chips or chocolate. You're only catching me eating chocolate for dessert. You know, at the end of the day, after a nice dinner, want some chocolate. But I will agree on the fact that in the middle of the day, I'm grabbing some chips. I'm not gonna have, you know, a Hershey chocolate, especially if it's hot. Nah,
Yep.
gotta grab me a bag of chips. But even then, you know, fingers get greasy. But it's
worth
always
it.
enjoyable.
Especially in like a little sandwich.
Yeah.
On the
Add a
sandwich, that's
potato to a
underrated.
sandwich. So good.
That is good.
Okay.
Alright,
Now we're
next.
we're ready for the fries. This is a big debate, especially between me and Olivia. But
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
McDonald's
yeah.
or Sid's?
Okay. First, I want to start off by saying I don't know if it's fair to compare these two because, you know, Sid's is kind of like a local business and McDonald's is, I mean, there's
A
McDonald's
giant
everywhere.
corporation.
But I'm going to have to choose McDonald's on this. I don't know.
Yeah, we just heard our control room go, what?
Yeah.
And
People
that
are
just
mad at
says
me.
everything. That just says enough.
Yeah, I don't even know what I have to say. I feel like there's so much more at McDonald's and I don't know.
Alright, I got a fair take on this one. So being the little experienced driver I am, when you're driving and you want something quick on the go, Sid's takes too long. Yes,
True.
it's quality food, but if you're in a rush and you gotta go somewhere and you can't wait 20 minutes, 15 minutes for some Sid's, go through the drive-through, get something at McDonald's. Yeah, it's not the best quality, but you know, fast food, somewhat great taste, cheap price, can't go wrong.
True.
Now, if you're going to a sit-down place, I'd rather have Sid's. Because, you know, if I have the time to spend like half an hour, 40 minutes, I'm going to sit down and eat there. And me and Liam can both testify. Sid's is always the better choice, although they do take long. We go
Yeah.
there during most of our frees. So, I feel like it's a pretty good spot.
All right, I think I also have a fair take. I'm not a hater on McDonald's. I do think their fries are good, and I think like their chicken nuggets. On a late night drive, making the memories with your friends, car full of hungry people, you're just like, we're all going to McDonald's, and everyone's like, wait, I want to come. I get it. Like that's like the
Yeah.
the mood for
Yeah,
the night.
that's
Like
okay.
it's fun to do. It's easy. It's cheap. Whatever. So it's convenient at sometimes, but Sid's is always going to be better, and their fries are better. Their chicken sandwich is uncomparable to anything. Their buffalo chicken sandwich is so good. Have you had that?
Yeah.
So good. And their fries are just, it's just quality food. Like, there's an easy choice here, and it's Sid's.
The honey mustard
Wow.
is like
That too, so
that.
good.
People fiend for it. Is that it?
So
Yeah.
I think
Is
that's
that the
it.
end of the podcast here?
Yep.
It's been great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yep.